Welcome to Words of Wisdom and Guidance. How are you today? End of the week. It's Friday. End of another week. June is whizzing by. We're nearly at the end of June. Who knew when I started June that I'd be near the end of it and literally have had nothing but transformation, avoid, to sit in, a dark night of the soul to go through. Yeah, who knew? Who knew? I didn't. So back to it, really. This morning I wrote down this: I am learning to trust the wisdom of my own life. The more I honor what feels true and real for me, the more deeply I come home to myself. And that is the guidance at the minute. It is all about self. It is really about what you're doing with self, yourself, your inner work, your inner healing. While we're in this void, while we're in this final stages of the transformation period, my incense has decided to migrate its way towards me. So today I'm sticking with my wisdom, my witch's tarot, my witch's oracle, and believing in your own magic. Because yesterday we had wonderful guidance from these decks, but also because I still very much feel that it is a very magical transition at the minute, and the witch's lineage, the witch's line is very powerful, especially as we're getting into the summer solstice. So I did ground myself on the ground barefoot today. I did hold a tree, hug a tree, touch a tree, ask for nature to guide me. I had a walk down to the river twice today. Not that I put my feet in it, but I walked to it, I listened to it, I walked through nature, I walked through the fields, I was with the horses. I really did keep myself in a very grounded state today. And I feel a lot more balanced. I feel my energy has returned. I'm still not 100%, but I also still have this underlying feeling. Something is changing, something, it's still this, yeah. Okay, it hasn't quite sprouted clear, whatever you want to say, or however you want to translate it. So I am worthy of the most beautiful things. I am worthy of the most beautiful things. I have got to trust in that, and whatever's going to come, it's going to come. And what's on my path will be on my path. So today the runes wanted to join us. So we are going to ask for guidance with the runes today as well. But first of all, let us just get our daily guidance. On this day, the 19th, is it the 19th today, isn't it? Yeah, it's the 19th. Why I had to think about it from that point of view. It is the 19th today. Where there is a will, there is a way. Interesting. And 1 and 9, of course, is 10, which is all about new beginnings and completion. And I feel that's how we are at the minute. It's this sort of underlying, we're not sure, when is it going to happen? When's the door going to open? When am I going to take the key from around my neck and unlock everything? When am I opening that portal? When's the portal going to take it? Don't be hasty is the message today. So it's still about having patience, but where there's a will, there's a way. You will find a way. You know that. Your wisdom, your will, your strength, it's all there for you. So let's see. Oh, okay. We do have even one that came and jumped on the floor with us today. Okay, that's interesting. So we have Jira, the rune, Jira. We have this one that I very rarely see, and I can't think what it is right now. So we'll have a little look at that. And then we have 2 over here, and we haven't had any big ones at all, which is quite interesting. Thursdays and Manas. Manas coming at the end here, always, it kind of reminds me of like sort of a starting gate. One of those starting gates that flips open, woof, and it's time to go. But also about balance, very symmetrical, mirroring. Okay, so there's something there that definitely is going to be giving us that sort of feel. So starting off with Jira, of course, today. Where is it? Jira. Jira is our, wow, harvest rune. So there we are, summer solstice, day before our solstice weekend, our summer solstice. It is the rune of harvest. Magic. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. A seed planted in spring must be given time to grow, and the resulting plants can only be harvested in its proper time. And that's what I was kind of sort of saying. You know, I feel like it's bubbly. It's not quite there yet. You know, it's not grown. There hasn't been that. The door hasn't opened. Nothing's, you're just here, ready. You're on alert. But provided you have put the necessary work into preparing the soil right now, tending the crops right now, and reaping the harvest, Jira indicates your efforts will be successful. As a rune of growth cycles, Jira also represents fertility and may indicate a marriage. Procreation may be indicated either in the form, let's take what resonates, of a literal pregnancy or the growth of an enterprise. So it's fertility, creativity, family matters, growth, increase, patience. Patience. What did I say? Patience. Wow. It's just crazy how that has come out first. And I haven't used the runes in a long time. Ewaz. Ewaz is changes, faith, loyalty, trust, movement, travel. So there is definitely movement. There could be travel. There could be something that is coming that is going to definitely, and I keep feeling that because like I say, this is like that starting gate. Something's going to come. The shape of Ewaz is symbolic of the horse, revered as a sacred animal in the cultures of the ancient Germanic tribes. And remember yesterday, the first card we had out of this Life Though Terrace was the horse, and it was a number 18. So Ewaz is a rune of partnership and friendship as well, and indicates the need to be faithful and accountable to people in your life. It's a good sign that these crucial aspects are present in the people that are involved with you. It's the concept of faithfulness, and depending on, you know, how you feel as well, it can be about a change direction. Horses can swiftly change direction as well. So it could be about that as well. It's about safe travels, physical, mental stamina, promotes trustworthy and loyal relationships, brings swift change, aids with astral travel. So you might very much be sort of dreaming of something right now, and you're feeling the call for it very strongly. All right, let's have a little look at Thurisaz. I think it's back here. Anzuz, it's not even Thurisaz, it's Anzuz. Communication. So communication, wisdom, divine power, and message. So some movement, something, and I was just sort of saying this sort of travel or whatever, you might actually get a call for a change, for something might actually come up. And funny, I was sitting with my son earlier and he was looking at holidays, and yeah, we were looking at traveling, holidays and things like that. Not for me, but for him. Anzuz is the room of communication in all forms, so messages, advice, new information, writing, speaking, or even singing. So messages, look out for your messages. Messages are very important right now. And isn't it funny that I got this one this morning? I am learning to trust the wisdom of my own life. The more I honor what feels true and real for me, the more deeply I come home to myself. And this is a message: where there is a will, there is a way, and don't be hasty. And all the time I see these messages and I use them. So you need to be doing the same thing right now. That is beautiful. Spirit is just confirming, really. Very interesting. Okay, so we have Manaz. I know it's normally down here somewhere. There. Manaz. Okay, Manaz is the rune of humanity, the self. So going back to self. Honoring you, okay? Intelligence, also family, but it's also about support. So it's a rune of humankind. It points in some aspect of tension in relationships, possibly. So your inner self, your perceived place in your outer world. What is it that you want right now? This, whatever this is that is about to sprout, about to happen, I think you're going to be very surprised. And I think it's also going to be about sort of, you know, really thinking of taking time to honestly examine the role you've played in doing this, who you are right now. That's really important, because this is what this rest, this pause is, this void, this situation. So I hope that helps and gives you a little insight into what this reading is going to be about today. So definitely travel, opportunity, something's going to change, swiftly change. And we have got this harvest season, definitely. Right, let us go now to the beautiful Witch's Life Oracle and see what our card will be for today. Because yesterday it gave us one card, and that was it, which was the horse, and we never got any other detail. So let us ask again for our where there is a will, there is a way reading. We know that door's about to open. Can we have some guidance for the summer solstice, this change that's coming? With a flick of focus, you will come to see a vision realized. So there it is, confirmation. Okay, that vision, that, you know, even when we looked at the rune that said, you know, it's about sort of astral traveling. You visioned this, you know this is about to come. And number 4, it's time to surrender to your unraveling. Allow the waking sight to expand and illuminate you. So yeah, vision realized. And this is now, look, the book, what you've been journaling in. Maybe you want to go back. Yesterday, I went back and scrolled through I do recordings every now and then. I'll record things while I'm talking to Spirit. And I went back to a recording 2 years ago. And it's funny enough, I said on that recording exactly what I wrote down to my person one night, 2 years later. So there might be some really strong message for you. I also heard another recording of a medium that I recorded who was talking to me about my situation. And it just reminded me of the importance of where I am right now, and that something is coming, something is happening. So this vision, so trust in this right now. Okay, trust in this guidance that we're getting. It's very strong. Sunbathing, the dance of stillness is calling for you to live in its embrace. Okay, so we are having to live with this right now and be patient and just allow the energy to percolate. I don't know why I'm using the word percolate, but yeah, exactly that right now is what it's all about. Wow. That is so good. Right, let us just have a little look at wand making. Number 43, which breaks down to a 7, which of course is a very important message from Spirit. 43. Right. So, keywords is creation, directing energy, and manifestation. A wand is a ritualistic tool that is used to direct energy and also to summon energy, angels, and deities. It's a way to connect with your desired outcome, opening a channel of manifestation from the spirit realm to you on earth. This is a card of vision and focus on your desires. When it appears, you may be looking ahead to your future, beginning to craft a clear understanding of what you want your life to look like in the coming days, months, and even years. Receiving this card is your encouragement to hold this vision and direct all your energy towards these goals. But keep your mind and eyes open. As you focus your intention on manifesting your dreams, you'll find that the right opportunities and people will connect with your energy, offering exactly what you need to get ahead. Where there's a will, there's a way. The right people come along, there is always an answer, but you don't need to rush this. The last meaning of this card is that you are creating a stable position for yourself. The foundations are being laid for what will likely be a great success. Your confidence is growing, and with it, your momentum. So keep up the good work with your dreams front and center. Incredible. Very important. Beautiful message. And then citrus fruits. Always lovely citrus fruits in the summer, isn't it? Number 4. Let's find number 4. Citrus fruits. Spiritual opening, cleansing, and purity. The brightness, freshness, and powerful cleansing properties of citrus fruits have appeared as a sign of your spiritual awakening. This is a powerful portal that promises the deliverance of the illusions you have experienced up until this point. You are literally waking up and beginning to question everything about your relationships, your purpose, and way of living. Old teachings, especially those to do with religion and spiritual beliefs, may begin to feel wrong or elicit doubts about whether or not you are actually receiving benefits from their guidance. You may find that things naturally come to a conclusion when receiving this card. Relationships drift away and you grow apart. A house no longer feels like a home, or you feel it's time to move on from a career or job. These are intentional decisions that feel right rather than anything destructive or devastating. You are simply beginning to align with your soul and make choices that reflect this evolution. And that's exactly what I was sort of saying with the starting gate. You know, that's how I always look at that rune and feel. You know, we know when you're ready to unlock that door. You know, you don't think about it. It just happens, doesn't it? It's just that moment. And sometimes you might feel a bit oof, but if you trust and have faith enough, you will just do it. You will begin to feel more light and free as a result of this process. And many people will begin to experience a deeper understanding of your soul's calling. So you are here and in service. This is exactly what I said to Spirit today. I am here in service. This is what I'm busy doing at the minute. I'm trying to help as much as I can. And you know, if I can do that and I can keep doing it, then cause and effect, law of Dharma, that's really important to recognize right now. In actual fact, I was sort of told to get hold of, no, that's not it. There it is. I wanted to just share this with you, the law of Dharma today, because it came to me. And the law of Dharma, or purpose in life, is the 7th spiritual law of success. Sorry, that's me knocking things. Right, so that is chapter 793. Okay, so the law of Dharma, 93. Everyone has a purpose in life, a unique gift or special talent to give to others. And when we blend this unique talent with service to others, we experience the ecstasy and exaltation of our own spirit, which is the ultimate goal of all goals. And it is also the 7th. So very important message again. We've had 7s being quite prominent. So the law of Dharma says that we have taken manifestation in physical form to fulfill a purpose. The field of pure potentiality is divinity in its essence, and the divine takes human form to fulfill a purpose. According to this law, you have a unique talent and a unique way of expressing it. There is something that you can do better than anyone else in this whole world, and for every unique talent and unique expression of that talent, there are also unique needs. When these needs are matched with the creative expression of your talent, that is the spark that creates affluence. Expressing your talents to fulfill needs creates unlimited wealth and abundance. There are 3 components of the law of Dharma. The first component says that each of us is here to discover our true self, to find out on our own that our true self is spiritual, that essentially we are spiritual beings that have taken manifestation in physical form. We're not human beings that have occasional spiritual experiences. It's the other way around. Each of us are here to discover our higher self or our spiritual self. The second component is the law of Dharma is to express our unique talents. The law of Dharma says that every human being has a unique talent. This means there's one thing you can do and one way of doing it that is better than anyone else. The third component of the law of Dharma is in service to humanity, to serve your fellow human beings and ask yourself the questions, how can I help? How can I help all those I come into contact with? When you combine the ability to express your unique talent with service to humanity, then you make full use of the law of Dharma. And I just remembered I was walking out with the dog as well today, and I came across neighbors of ours and their son, and he was talking, and the son's looking for a position, a job. He's just qualified and what have you, and he just doesn't know where to sort of get the sort of job that he wants. And I was just trying to be helpful of how I would give advice to my students about finding a job and that type of thing. And I spent the time standing there talking to them for a little bit, even though it was about to rain and what have you. I thought, let me just, and I did. And when I walked away, I thought, at the end of the day, it's up to him if he takes on board any of the advice. But I gave the advice freely and I wanted to help. And that's what I always seem to want to do. And I think you've got to believe and trust in that. Even when I come and I sit at the table and I do this with you guys, it's just so that if anybody needs some help, if you click on this and you think to yourself, wow, I really needed to hear that today. That's all that I've served my mission. I've done what I needed to do. I channel in this information and share it with you guys for a reason. So really, surrender right now to your unraveling, it says. Surrender to who you are. Surrender to what is to come. Surrender in the belief and faith that you have planted a seed. There's the manifestation is about to appear for you. And I think that's really quite important. So stick to your inner self. Stick to what it is that you want and what you desire and what you deserve. Don't ever go away from that, because it's important. It took me a long time, to be honest, to think like that. Honestly, a long time. Okay. I don't like to bend my cards. But anyway, there we are. I've given them a nice shuffle. Let's see then. Let us see. Right, this vision. Can we have some detail, please, Spirit? Can you give us some guidance on this vision? Whatever it might be, you have a vision. And that's a lot of cards, Spirit. I can't take that many. Really, let's just have a couple of cards here. We're not taking a book. I don't want to be here all night. It's going dark as it is. Okay, lovely. Okay, lovely. There we go. All right. Okay, that one hasn't turned over, but these have all turned over. So we've got a few cards here. Okay, how lovely. Right. Let's go. Let's go what's underneath. The Six of Swords. Going away from something. Okay. Yeah. Sort of a full moon. Maybe by the full moon. The next full moon, you might definitely feel something. Right. Interesting. The Hermit here is in reverse. Now, yesterday it wasn't in reverse. Or I've been given a couple of times now this Hermit card for me. And I actually did say that to my mother that I'm in Hermit mode. Now, Hermit mode, of course, always we see the Hermit with a light, a lantern. That guiding light, that shining light, it's there, okay? The Hermit chooses to go within, learn from within. Now it's in reverse, and it kind of makes me want to sort of say, we're almost going to be out of this Hermit mode now. It's almost time for this next area. You've done the work. Okay, because the Seven of Pentacles is there next. And the Seven of Pentacles almost is, you've been planting the seeds, you've been doing the work, you've been gathering, you've been laying the foundation, you've been learning the skill, possibly tarot, literally. But it's you're sort of leaning back to look at that work now, and to sort of get ready with it, because we've got the World card here. And we know the World card is about completion. It's about, you know, things coming to fruition in a beautiful way. You know, she's dancing, she's celebrating this. It's a beautiful, yeah, completion, okay, of something. We've also got the Sun card and the Nine of Pentacles and the Sun card. Okay, but both of them were in a reversed sort of stance. So that also, we'll have a little look at it, and we'll unpack that, because I don't want to look at this one just yet. I want to just see what we are unpacking, because of course at the bottom of the deck was this going away. You know, I'm still standing. I'm still ready to make that change. Okay, which there's still a commitment there. Okay, which is always a nice thing to consider. All right, so let me just see where we had it yesterday. Oh, I tell you where it's gone. Probably fallen out the back. Hang on. Sorry, it had to be the book that had fallen over the back. Okay, so let's have a little look at the Hermit first of all. We have got the Hermit and the Sun, and both of them are in reverse on either side. Always makes me think about that, okay? Let's unpack it. We've got the World dead in the middle here. So major arcanas in between our foundation and our foundation. Nine of Pentacles and Seven of Pentacles. Pentacles, foundation, strength, money. Okay, so let's have a look at the Hermit first of all. Our Hermit. X1. Right. So the Hermit is seclusion, as we know. And when we think about reversal, it's about exhaustion from overextending to others, hiding away, disguise, avoiding what must be embraced, stow away. So I thought it would be the opposite to being a hermit, but no. What it is saying is that the Hermit card appears when it's time to temporarily remove the self from the company of others. So there's still work to be done. You're still in this void, Spirit is saying, okay? With a flick of focus, you will come to see a vision realized. So when you're ready, and that's almost like what she's doing right now. It's almost like what she's doing. So possibly this is what is taking place, what has taken place, because it's on the start of this line. And we're having a little look at this. We're having a look at the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. And the Seven of Pentacles is harvest. There we are. So here we are, right up to date. We've done a bit of this. We've taken ourselves away. We've gone into that hermit mode, possibly because we had a lot of going on. We had to get ourselves away. Okay, so Seven of Pentacles, results seen, pondering what is left still to do. So then, you know, I feel like we're still in this, it's time to surrender to the unraveling. There's still something that's going to come, because we have next the World card. So there's still something that's happening. Maybe it's still got to be presented from the harvest, because we've had harvest rune, we've got the harvest here, and harvest times. Okay, so been mentioned a few times, hasn't it? Thinking about what is next to come, visible resources at your fingertips and lots to work with. And then we have the World card. So integration. The World marks utter joy and completion. All right, flow, manifestation, travel again. We had a rune of travel, glory, culmination, all desires granted and wishes met. So that's so lovely. I feel like this is what Spirit is saying to us right now. We've had to do this. We have got everything now. You can contemplate, you can look at, you can see. In actual fact, these messages I spoke about, where there's a will, there's a way. Okay, and then we have completion with the World card. All desires granted and wishes met. Perfect alignment. But then we go to the Nine of Pentacles. Where is it? Where we're missing out on earthly pleasure, chasing imagined dreams, bearing no semblance to reality. So why is that suddenly a situation? Because let's just see, the creature is not blindfolded and thus displays second sight, is with the witch uses a leather falconing glove to support her feathered familiar. The falcon is embodied ability of the woman to see the bigger picture. So I feel like it's just telling us we don't know what is to come just yet. You're not seeing it. Okay, Spirit is saying you have got to surrender to the unraveling of it. Okay, and then the Sun card, another major arcana. Which is manifestation. Okay, as above, so below. Now, when it's in the reversed, of course, it is about sort of self-destructive behavior or seclusion. You have been secluded. You've been hidden. Things have been hidden from you. I'm being told. You're being told to surrender. Okay, surrender to this. You've had to go on this by yourself on this journey. You've taken this on board. You've hermited yourself. You've still trusted in your guidance. Okay, you are still open to your messages. And then we are sitting here with a flick of focus. You will come to see a vision realized. Suddenly, as I say, that door will open. So let us look at this card now and see what it is. The Nine of Swords in reverse. The Nine of Swords in reverse. Ruminating. Searching for answers, avoiding the heart of the matter, disappointment and despair. Now, it does say here to write the reverse or ask, how can I shift my perspective? Spirit has told us it's time to surrender, but let's see what the cards will say. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. Okay, what is that perspective? Normally that's out in the cold. It's about coming in from the cold. But let's have a look. Five of Pentacles. Again, Pentacles. So it's about lost hearts sticking together through thick and thin. So trusting in the process, trusting in the journey, an opportunity to solve a long-standing financial problem even. Something is going to be highlighted to you. Something is coming that is going to be made very clear. That flick of focus will come to see a vision realize something, because remember, it's about harvest. Wow. Okay. Right. Well, let's see if we can get a little bit more detail from our magic, believing in our magic. So you've just got to trust in this process. It might still feel a little bit like you're on the out, like you're not quite there yet. It's still a bit cold. You're still out in a, you're not quite there yet, but it will come. Because this Sun card is the happiest card. It's yes card, but you've got to just wait and be patient. We had the word patient twice yesterday. Very important. And where there's a will, there's a way. So again, when that door opens, you'll tread through it into that light. Trust in this. Wow. Okay. So can we have some confirmation, overall confirmation, please, for this beautiful surrender and vision revealed? Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Anything more? Jeez. Wow. They are flying out tonight. Oh, okay. Let's have a look. Be your own first priority. That is the message. Be careful. Remember, inner self. You are the priority. It's 25. It comes down to a 7. We have 2 cards here. Storm. Every hurricane comes to an end. And don't seek anyone's approval with expectations. It's about you. You don't need to discuss it with anybody else. You've got this. You know this. This is your conversation with Source. Okay? Trust in this. Every hurricane comes to an end with storm. You are still wearing your crown. You can still do this. And, you know, it's really important to remember that. We got lavender. Surround yourself with love right now. Love yourself. Love everything about what you have done, what you've achieved. Surround yourself with people who just love you. And no expectations to anything. Don't seek anyone's approval. Okay? Don't need to. You can always rewrite the story. There's no wrong answer here. Okay? Look at this beautiful, beautiful girl. She's just literally going to smash that shell to pieces. You can always rewrite the story. There is no hardship here. I don't know why I said the word hardship, but you don't have to worry. That is an 11 card. Grey, endings are inevitable. Okay? And when we make room with the World card, completion, things are going to make changes. And when that happens, your ship comes in. It comes down off that cloud. It'll come into you because it's ready to come. Paint the sun back into your sky. We had this yesterday. Paint the sun back into your sky. Okay, we have the sun card. It doesn't need to be in the reversal. Okay, let it come because it's summer, it's harvest time. You can do this. It's also an 11 card. It can happen. Justice is coming for you, my friend. Okay, you've done the work. Whatever is going to come for you, you've planted the seed. You know what it is. You're manifesting something. Can you trust in the journey? Can you surrender to the unraveling? Can you get ready and prepared when that door opens to step in, to go through, to pack your bag, to whatever it might be? Could be something to do with travel. You might get a call, a message. It could be anything. Are you up for it? Are you ready for it? Have you done the work? Are you ready for this next stage of the journey? That's all Spirit wants you to answer to. And be honest with yourself about things. Okay? When we're in hermit mode, that's a lot of reflection. You've got to do that. Be honest with yourself. It's a lovely way of being. Okay. So, I hope you enjoyed that. Very strong, positive message of change, of happiness, of, you know, you've done the work. You're here now. This is a now moment. We ask, what is our guidance now, Spirit? Here it is. So take this guidance and enjoy your weekend. And if you've really liked this reading with me, thank you for staying. Thank you for joining me. Subscribe, like, make a comment. Happy to hear from you always. You are never alone. Lots of love and light. Take care. Bye-bye.